Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for the second video in this series where I am debunking lock myths. My name is Courtney Grayton. I am a loctician and educator. Over here on my side of YouTube, you will find expert information on caring for your locks, and in this video, it is no different. I got so much good feedback on the first video in this series where we talked about why you need to be conditioning your locks, unlike what so many people are saying on here. And in this video, we are talking about how locks don't actually make your hair grow faster. They don't. But we'll talk about why people think that. Many people, when they start their locks and they're a year or 2 or 3 in, they're like, this is the longest my hair has ever been. When it was loose, I would feel like it would get to a point and it would stop. It just never got past a certain point. I hear that so often. So for most of us, we are manipulating our loose hair often, at least 2 to 3 times a month, whereas with locks, typically, you are maintaining, moving, manipulating your hair like in a drastic way only around once a month and maybe even less than that. More manipulation makes it more likely that you may experience breakage, split ends, more opportunities for you to damage your hair and all of that. Whereas with locks, you're pretty much keeping them hydrated and leaving them alone. It is low maintenance, even though it still does require some effort from you. With locks, you usually don't have that much heat aside from sitting under the dryer. So overall, your hair is just allowed to do its thing, which it wants to do is grow. Most of us gain about, I think the number is 6 inches of hair a year, if I'm not mistaken, about half an inch every month. That's usually the average. So some people grow faster than that, some people don't. And a lot of times that growth is really just based on genetics. It's based on sometimes your hormones and things like that, but the actual style of locks is not what makes your hair grow faster. You will have more retained length. You're not getting your hair trimmed. You're not, kind of raking through, causing any breakage or anything. So yeah, that hair is going to stay there. It's also getting locked in, so it's not shedding. Even with my hair, I started my locks in January. I had just a little bit of black above the blonde when I first started my locks. So my hair has grown this much since I started my locks. If I had my loose hair, it would have grown the same amount. But, with my loose hair, I may have trimmed my hair sometime in between. I should have. Within 5 months, I should have trimmed my hair at some point during there. And also, with detangling and me allowing my hair to get dry and things like that, could have led to more breakage that wouldn't have allowed me to retain the length like I have with my locks. Hopefully that makes sense. Typically also around like the 3-year mark is where people say their hair starts to grow so fast. I hear that all the time. It's like, when I got to 3 years, my hair just sprouted. It was down my back in no time. And I think what happens around that 3-year mark is definitely your hair is mature. Your hair is locked from root to tip. It's heavier. When your locks get heavy, they're more mature. They will also weigh it down. So it gives the appearance that your hair has just grown so significantly, but it's really just that it's hanging down more. Sorry to bust your bubble. So there are so many things that affect your hair growth. That doesn't mean it's just because you got locks. People have told me for a really long time that my hair grows fast. No matter what style I had, whether it was shaved off, locks, my loose hair, it just grows fast, period. And now I'm able to see my length retained because I have locks. And I'm actually really excited for my locks to get long and heavy because I've never really allowed my natural hair to get really long. I've pretty much been keeping my hair short since 9th grade. I do expect that around that 3-year mark, when my hair really starts to bud and gets heavy, it's going to get long. And I know people are going to tell me that my locks grew so fast, and I'll be sure to let them know when I care to. that is really just genetics. My mom's hair grows fast. My sister's hair grows fast. My grandmother's did. I do understand that it is a privilege, and I'm very grateful for that. But typically, if your hair was healthy before you locked, whatever that rate of growth was before you got locks is probably going to be very similar to the rate of growth that you have with your locks in. And then if you are noticing that you're having some slower than normal growth, you can get a blood test just to kind of see if anything's out of whack and if you need some type of supplement that may help you. I am not a medical professional, so I do not know. If you are looking for faster hair growth, don't believe all of the schemes that you see online. Definitely take them with a grain of salt. Do your research. Sometimes it's just not possible. Sometimes your hair is growing at the rate that it's going to grow. Be patient with the journey and trust that you will reach all of your hair goals if you just stay the course and take care of your hair, keep it hydrated. After being in this business and doing locks for around 4 years, it always surprises people. Your hair will grow, and the retained length that you will see will be shocking for most people, but definitely worth the wait and worth the patience and the grace that you can give yourself along the journey. Focus on the health of your hair versus the length, and I promise you it'll come. That's all I have for this video. I hope it was short and quick and straight to the point. The great thing that I noticed about the last video is that even though I was a little nervous about not having my outline detailed with all my stuff, a lot of the other conversations that would have been filled in my outline happened in the comments. So definitely check out the comments on this video as well as the comments on the last video, and even leave some suggestions if you have them. Leave comments about your experience on this journey. Have you heard people say that your locks will grow fast, your hair will grow faster with locks? Let me know down below, and I will see y'all in my next lock myth video. Bye.